Awesome. So I'm going to have you just get started in a kneeling position. So you can either do these kneeling or you could also do these standing. So if you just want to bring it up to standing, you can. We're just going to get started with some shoulder rolls. So all I want you to do is just focus on just moving those shoulders. I want you to think about getting all this movement in this reverse direction here, all through your shoulders, that upper back, right? Give you another angle here. And again, you could do these standing as well. All reverse direction here. Hope you're all doing well, feeling good. Keep on going reverse here. Awesome. Now let's bring it forward. So let's bring it forward. So same idea here. Now we're just going to go forward. Might feel a little bit awkward. Here we go. Go for another 10 seconds here. Again, we're just trying to get some movement through our upper back as well as our shoulders, get everything in a good spot. Awesome, so we're gonna come right into neck rolls. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about getting this 360-degree turn here with your neck, right? So notice I'm going nice and slow. If you're doing this from this kneeling position, make sure your trunk is engaged, right? I don't want you here. And again, we're just gonna go one direction, okay? 360 degrees. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Just take your time with these, all one direction. I'll always switch you, okay? You could definitely just do these right from standing position as well. Awesome, let's reverse direction, reverse direction. Here we go. And oftentimes when we are at our desk or a computer, we have a tendency to go this way. So I really want you to think about opening everything up today, okay? Be real intentional. Make sure your shoulders stay down here, okay? Awesome. So now I want you just to grab over the top of your head here. So notice I'm bringing this arm across, and I want you to bring your head down. Get that good neck stretch. So right now I just want you to pull to the side. We're eventually going to pull on a little bit of an angle here. Keep that shoulder down on that opposite side there. You should be feeling a good stretch right down the side of your neck here. Make sure you breathe. Keeping on that one side. And now we're going to change the angle a little bit, staying on this one side here. I'm going to have you look as if you have a chest pocket, okay? So I want you to go on a little bit of an angle here, not straight down, okay? But it's like you have a chest pocket right here. Just hold. Make sure you breathe. And you should be feeling that good stretch down the side of your neck right here, okay? Make sure you breathe. Awesome, let's just reset, and now we're gonna bring it to the opposite side. So I'm gonna have you grab over, pull right down to the side here. Again, you're gonna feel that stretch down the side. Make sure this shoulder isn't creeping up. So really depress this shoulder as well. You should be getting that good stretch here. And then just breathe, right? Big belly breath in. Exhale on the way out. And then just reset. And now we're gonna look as if you have a chest pocket right there, right? A little bit of an angle here. If you're just coming in, we're just getting nice and warmed up right here. Just stretching our shoulders as well as our neck. Welcome, welcome. Awesome, so now we're gonna get a little bit more dynamic movement. I just want you to go front to back. I'm gonna have you facing your palms up, right? And again, you could do this standing if you don't feel like kneeling, right? You could always just go right here. Front to back, I just want you to get some movement through your shoulders as well as your upper back. Palms are facing the ceiling. We're also going to reverse this direction where we go palms down, okay? So we'll just stay right here. As you come to that backwards motion there, I want you to really think about kind of squeezing those shoulder blades together, right? As I mentioned, a lot of the time when we're at our desk, we're coming this way. It's all about opening things up today, okay? Awesome, so now let's go palms down, same idea. Opening on up here. Make sure your chest is up nice and tall. Just focus on your breathing. Good, let's go big arm circles. I'm gonna have you go forward, okay? Big arm circles, let's bring it forward. Here we go. Really get into those shoulders, that upper back. Same idea, let's reverse direction. There we go. Focus on your breathing. Good work, everyone. Awesome, so now what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you bring one arm across, okay? So this arm's gonna come across. I'm gonna put my hand, or kind of like the back of my wrist, on this tricep here, and I want you to think about getting this good stretch of your shoulder. Again, chest is up nice and tall, so notice I'm bringing this arm across, not falling forward, not falling back. You could do all of these standing as well, right? So you could do these all standing if that makes more sense for you. Totally up to you. You can go with that kneeling position. And I just want you to hold. You should be feeling the stretch right alongside the shoulder into that tricep, okay? And really, you're gonna hear me say this over and over again. You're almost gonna get tired of me saying it. Just focus on your breathing, okay? So controlled breaths in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And now let's bring it to the opposite side. Let's bring it to the opposite side, same idea. You should be feeling a stretch right in that shoulder, that tricep. Bring that arm across your body here. And then as we go through these different stretches as well as mobility drills, we're kind of break it up into muscle groups, okay? So right now we're working a little bit more upper back, shoulders, neck, and then we're gonna make our way down to our lower body. Awesome, so now with this one, I'm gonna have you bring your arm overhead, okay? So I'm gonna give you a different angle here, and I want you to grab this elbow, and I want you to reach on down, like you're gonna reach your hand down your spine, okay? So give you another angle, reach on down, just breathe, 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 okay? This one might feel a little bit tight, so do as much as you can. If that's right here, that's okay, just something to work on. Still focusing on that good breathing. You should feel a little bit more of a stretch in your tricep, which is right here, as well as your shoulder, okay? We're gonna go for another 10 seconds, and we'll bring it to the opposite side. Awesome, so let's kind of loosen on up and let's bring it to the opposite side here. Same idea, I want you to stretch that tricep, that shoulder, keep your chest up tall. Awesome. So what I want you to do here for this last one before we bring it up to standing, I want you to interlock your fingers, okay? Interlock your fingers. I want you to rotate and extend on out. I want you to think about pushing everything away from you and kind of fall into your upper back as well as your lats here, okay? A little bit of your shoulders, so kind of sink into it. So another angle, right? Interlocking, kind of falling forward, really getting in there, really big exhale, just hold, okay? Think about pushing everything away from you. Hopefully your neck, your upper back, shoulders are feeling a little bit more loose. Awesome, you can bring it right up to your chest. And now I want you to just come up to standing position, okay? We're gonna go feet out nice and wide. Take your time getting up there. Okay, if you need to grab a sip of water real quick, good time to do so. So feet are gonna be wide. What I want you to do is I want you to reach on down to the floor. I want you to go as far as you can, okay? If you can't get to the floor, all good, okay? You can go as far as you can here. You can even cross your arms, right? If you don't want to reach all the way down. The key is that you are hinging at your hips and you should be feeling a stretch of those hamstrings. So we're here. Again, if you can't hit the floor there, which you can see I'm a little tight with my hamstrings, you could just hug right here, right? And now from here, I'm gonna have you hold for another 10 seconds. I'm gonna have you eventually drop into a little bit of a squat and then we're gonna come back up to standing. So I'll explain that here, but you should be feeling this stretch into your hamstrings. Keeping those feet wide. So now what I want you to do is I want you to kind of sink into a squat. So notice I'm just sinking into the squat. Now you should get a little bit more inner thigh. And then I want you to lift back up, okay? So hamstrings, back side of your legs here. And then reach on down. You can sink into that squat. If you're reaching down to the floor, it's the same idea, right? So you're gonna touch and then kind of sink into the squat. Feet are wide, so you should be getting that inner thigh stretch. Hips should be opening a little bit here. Lift to get that hamstring. Really focus on that breathing. Don't hold your breath, okay? Kind of just let it all out right here. We'll get another 10 seconds here. Here we go. Hamstrings, glutes, hips. Awesome. So keeping those feet wide, right? Keeping those feet nice and wide. I now just want you to reach to one side. You're just going to reach to one side. Hamstring, glute on this left side for me here, right? So I'm reaching to my left. I'm going to get a little stretch there on the back side. Just hold, okay? Just hold. Could feel tight, so just crawl yourself on down as far as you can, right? Maybe that's just past the knee. If you can get all the way down to that toe, awesome. But do what makes sense for you. And then I want you to focus on good deep breaths here. On each one of these deep breaths, see if you can reach down a little bit further, okay? A little bit further. Still isolating that one side here. Good, let's bring it to the other side. So kind of just make your way up to that opposite side there. Awesome. We're gonna hold this for 30. In and out with those good deep breaths. So you feel hamstring, glute. Think about just taking this time for you right now, okay? Just focus on good deep breaths. Use this time to just kind of recalibrate, get that good stretch, right? Let's go for another 5 seconds on this side. Awesome, so let's bring it all the way up to standing position. Slowly make your way there. So what I'm gonna have you do is we're gonna go over under, okay? So I'm gonna have you over under here, this crisscross position, you're reaching on down. I want you to reach as far as you can down. You're gonna feel your back leg get a good stretch here, right? So it's going to be my right leg. My right hamstring glute is on fire with this stretch. Reach as far down as you can. I just want you to hold. Really focus on your breathing, okay? In through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's hold this side for another 7 seconds and we'll crisscross to the opposite side. Good, so let's open back up, crisscross to the opposite side, reaching on down, give you another angle here. Make sure as you come to this reach, I don't want you to roll down on your upper back, right? Kind of taking out the purpose there. I really want you to think about hinging on down, reaching on down, getting that hamstring stretch. Here we go, reach as far down as you can. Focusing on that breathing. See if you can reach a little bit further for the last couple ones here. Awesome, so let's reset. And now we're just gonna go straight down, okay? So straight down, let's go feet parallel here. Reaching on down. Focus on your breathing. Again, if you just wanna hug your opposite elbow and just hang from right there, you could definitely do that if you feel comfortable reaching down. Continue to reach towards the floor. And we're gonna make our way to the floor after this, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Awesome, so let's slowly make your way on down to the floor. If you wanna grab some water here, great time to do so. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna come right into this butterfly stretch, okay? So you may remember this from way back in the day, right? We're gonna go feet together, so your feet together, right? And what I want you to do is I just want you to hold here. Hold your toes, feet are together, chest is up nice and tall, and I just want you to breathe. A lot of the time we're just gonna be real tight just holding this position. So just hold and then we're gonna kind of take it up a level from here, okay? In through your nose, out through your mouth, chest is up tall, make sure you're not falling forward. You should be feeling inner thigh as well as your hips, right? Awesome, so now what I'm gonna have you do is we're gonna do some releases. So I'm gonna have you put your hands right on the inside of your knees here. I want you to inhale. On your exhale, I want you to push down as far as you can. Hold for about a 2 to 3 count, and then release. Okay, so we'll try that all together. So sitting up nice and tall, hands are gonna be right on the inside of your knees, in through your nose. Exhale, push those knees on down to the floor and release. Awesome, take a second, and we're gonna do that again. We're gonna do that for 3 more times, okay? Hands right on the inside of your knees. If it's just too much just to hold this position, just worry about just holding, okay? We'll go 3, 2, 1, in through your nose. Exhale, push. Open up a little bit more through those hips. Good, release. We're gonna do 2 more here. Make sure your chest is up nice and tall, okay? In through your nose. Exhale and push. Perfect. And we're gonna do 1 more. Kind of release here. Chest is up nice and tall. In through your nose. Exhale and push. And good, awesome, perfect. So what I'm gonna have you do, we're gonna straighten out one leg, okay? Opposite leg is going to come on in. You're gonna put this foot, right, is going to be right into that inner thigh. So it's gonna put you here. And what I want you to do is I want you just to crawl your fingertips on down as far as you can towards that toe of that straight leg, okay? Right towards that toe of that straight leg. I'm just gonna have you hold. Make sure that this leg is trying to get down to the floor. You'll see my hips are pretty tight. That's why we're here, that's why we're working, right? So try to get this leg down, right? While also not losing that tension of this toe or this foot onto that inner thigh. I just want you to reach on down, okay? And same idea, as you reach, you're not just rolling through your upper back, right? I really want you to focus on moving your whole body, your whole torso. You're gonna feel inner thigh stretch. You're also gonna feel hamstring stretch on that straight leg. Just hold. Still focusing on your breathing. Awesome, so keeping that same setup, what I'm gonna have you do now, I'm gonna have you bring this leg over, okay? So my right leg's going to stay straight. I want you to bring that, so my right leg straight, I'm bringing my left leg over. Hug this knee on up to your chest, right? Chest is up nice and tall. I don't want you to add a rotation. We will add that in a second. So now what you should be feeling is you should be feeling that stretch of that glute on that leg that you just brought across and over, okay? There we go, chest is up nice and tall. Just hug that knee on up to your chest. We'll eventually bring it to the opposite side. Good, so what we're gonna do now, keeping this leg in that same position, I'm gonna have you open on up and add this reverse. So notice that I'm bringing this elbow across, right? This arm across, and I want you to add this rotation. So now you're gonna get into your upper back, low back, as well as that glute and hamstring. So my leg is still over, right? So my left leg is over, my right arm's coming across, my left arm's behind me, chest is up tall here, right? We're not falling forward. You should feel a good stretch in that glute that's across, as well as your upper to mid back, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe through this. This one is going to be tight. Do what you can. Awesome. So now we're going to bring it to the opposite side, right? Opposite side. So we're going to bring that foot to the inside of that inner thigh of that opposite side, reaching on down. Try to bring this knee down to the floor here. Reach on down. Then we'll bring it across and we'll add that rotation, okay? Good work, everyone. Focus on your breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. On that exhale, you may notice that you'll be able to reach a little bit further, okay? So try to reach a little bit further. Awesome. I'm gonna have you bring this leg over, same way that we did it to the opposite side, hugging that knee to your chest. You should get a glute stretch right here. This one, your chest is just square forward. We'll eventually add that rotation, okay? Add that rotation. Again, you're gonna get tired of me saying it. Just really focus on your breathing, okay? Don't hold your breath, just in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's add that rotation. So now that hand's gonna go back behind, bringing that arm across, chest is tall. Make sure you're not falling forward. Really want you to think about getting that stretch through your upper back, low back, mid back, as well as that hamstring glute. Awesome. So what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna go right on your back, okay? When we get down there, I'm gonna have you bring one leg over. That's going to be here, okay? So this is the positioning. This leg is coming across. I want you to think about opening up as much as you can here. Opposite leg will be off the floor. If you just wanna start here, you could definitely do that as well, and you can just push here. But if you can, from this position, okay? This leg is bent right at 90, this opposite leg is across. It's kind of like my ankle bone right on the back side of my quad. I want you to reach on through and grab through that opposite leg, right? So you're reaching right through the center of your legs, and I want you to pull while opening up through that hip, okay? So open and pull at the same time. You should be feeling a good stretch of that hip that's coming across that leg there, right? If you'd rather just keep that heel on the floor and just kind of push and open, you could also just do that right from here. You could also just hold here and just push while holding as well, okay? Keep on holding here. Hugging that knee towards your chest as you get that hip stretch. Really think about opening up that hip that's coming across, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, slowly release. Same idea, we're just gonna bring it to the opposite side so that leg's coming across, opening up through that hip, grabbing through those legs there. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If you wanna just push on that hip, you can. Awesome, let's slowly release, staying right on your back. I'm gonna have you bring one leg straight up, okay? One leg is straight up. I want you to grab behind that knee of that straight leg, just hold, okay? Just hold. Make sure you breathe. Keep that leg as straight as you can. And if you have like a band or even a dog leash or a belt, this one is a good one where you could just kind of loop it around your toe and give yourself that range of motion that you could just hold, kind of give yourself some support there if you want to do it that way. Good, now I want you to hug that knee to your chest. Hug that knee to your chest. There we go. A little bit more hamstring glute here. Still focusing on your breathing. Awesome, so now I want you to bring that leg across. So it's that leg that you just hugged up to your chest, bringing it across. So that's my right leg. I'm grabbing with my left arm over here. Bring your opposite shoulder towards the floor, right? So you're really getting that upper back stretch as well as that glute hamstring stretch, okay? So that leg's just coming across. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Make sure you just don't roll with it, okay? Awesome, let's reset, and now we're gonna bring it to the opposite side. So that leg's going to be up nice and straight. Get that hamstring stretch, then we'll hug the knee to your chest, and then we'll come into that crossover, okay? Breathe, 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 in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, let's hug that knee on up to your chest. Let's hug that knee on up to your chest. And now let's bring that leg across. Let's bring that leg across. Make sure that shoulder stays towards the floor there. You're getting that glute hamstring stretch there. Awesome, I just want you to release and I want you to hug both knees to your chest. And I just want you to rock side to side, okay? Just hug both knees to your chest. You can just kind of rock side to side here. Job, everyone. We're gonna make our way to kneeling position in just a second. Awesome, so let's make our way to kneeling position. Make our way to kneeling position. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come into 90-90 kneeling position. Let me show you on the opposite side first. So that's going to be right here. I'm gonna have you push into your hip flexor. So my left leg is out in front, so that means I'm pushing into my right hip flexor. As we push into this hip flexor, which is going to be right here, make sure we're moving with our whole torso. We're not just falling forward, okay? So I really want you to think about back toe is into the floor here, 2 90-degree angles, and you're pushing everything forward. You're gonna feel a stretch in this hamstring glute, but you should feel a good stretch in that hip flexor, right? In this case, it's going to be my right one. Chest is up tall, push, push, push. Focus on your breathing. And now let's add this rotation. So now I'm gonna bring my hand across, right? It's gonna come to the outside of this knee. Opposite hand's going to be right on my hip. And I want you to almost square your chest about a quarter turn there. Chest is tall too, okay? We're not falling forward. Staying on the same side, I now want you to straighten out that front leg. This one is going to be tough. This one is always tough for me. Straighten out that front leg, and now I want you to reach on down. Try to get close to your toes there, okay? Another hamstring stretch. And let's reset, and now we're gonna go to the opposite side, right? Opposite leg is out in front, you're pushing into this hip flexor, chest is up nice and tall. Make sure you breathe. Let's add that rotation. Make sure you breathe, breathe, breathe. Now let's straighten out that leg. We'll reach on down. Awesome. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you kick your feet back behind you. Just got a couple more minutes here. And then I'm going to have you push up through your hips. So your hands are going to be right outside your hips here. Feet are back. And then I want you to look up towards the ceiling here. Big in through your mouth. Exhale. You should be feeling your core, your upper back, mid back. Feel a good stretch right here, okay? And now I want you to rock all the way back. Try to bring your butt towards your heels. Outstretch your arms directly out overhead. Fall into this stretch here. I just want you to hold. Arms are straight out, and then we're eventually going to bring one hand on top of the other. Awesome. So now I want you to bring one hand, maintain that same position, bring that one hand on top of the other. You're going to feel a little bit more of a stretch on one side of that lat, behind that shoulder, a little bit upper back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's bring it to the opposite side. Opposite side. Hand is stacked on top of the other. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Awesome. So now I'm just going to have you bring it into a low squat, okay? Low squat. And I want you to grab your toes here and really sink into the squat. Make sure your chest is up nice and tall. Elbows are going to be in the inside of your knees. I just want you to rock side to side. Great work, everyone. Awesome stuff. Make sure you breathe. Try to keep your chest up nice and tall here, okay? Awesome. Let's bring it all the way up to standing position. Okay, let's bring it all the way up to standing. I'm going to have you put your feet together, and I want you to reach on down. I want you to grab your opposite elbow, and I just want you to hang there for a sec. Take a couple big deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. You should be very proud of making time for yourself today, getting this done. Awesome job. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And then slowly start to roll up your spine. As you do, I want you to bring your arms over your chest. Give yourself a good high five, good applause. Super pumped that you got that one done. That was a lot of fun. Great work, and looking forward to seeing you at the next workout. Thank you.